back on the things I've done.
Was not expecting
I
that.
was trying to be someone. I played my part, kept you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu. I'm Ricky Shucks, and I'm Nikki Blades. Oh my God, what a treat! What a treat this time, because not only is Nikki Blades not here, but also Ricky Shucks is not here, which means we can...
I just heard them introduce themselves, though. It's so weird.
Today we get to switch things up a little bit. I kind of had to, I forgot that I had to shoot one of these this week, and I had to just, I hit up Rick and I was like, hey, are you good for Tuesday? And he was like, no.
So he was like, who can I call that doesn't do shit with their life?
Yes.
Well,
Who can I get on? Who can I get last minute?
Yeah, exactly. And who I know would be down, because you guys are ride or die.
Same.
And luckily I was on the Big Mood.
That's right.
Podcast.
Tim was just on Big Mood Podcast like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, so I figured let's
Check out that episode.
You were also on the Shit They Don't Tell You podcast a couple months ago as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is true also.
I've been on that twice.
You
once by myself and once with my wife.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So today we have a special guest. We have the lovely married couple, Nikki, Limo, Steve Green, comedy.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How are you?
How have you been since the last time I saw you 2 hours ago?
You know what? I had a salad
Oh.
and
Arugula?
arugula. Does arugula make you gassy?
No.
The goat cheese does.
Arugula makes me gassy.
Really?
What?
And chia. We would have these. We would order these arugula salads because we really like arugula, and then
Who says this
Never
shit?
heard anyone
no,
say
dude. I know this sounds weird, right? Because you think it's the cheese.
Yeah.
Because it always comes with some fucking cheese sprinkles, right?
Right.
But I'm off cheese, so I would always scrape the cheese off, and then we'd be laying in bed, fucking farting it up,
Yep.
and I'm like, baby, what did we eat? The arugula. So then I Google it, and arugula can make you gassy.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why are you
It's
off
a
cheese?
leafy green.
Oh, cause just for my cystic acne.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I was going to a skin lady years ago, and I thought cheese and dairy. I'm like a little lactose intolerant. I don't like shit myself, but I get a little farty, you know. And then so I thought maybe not only is it affecting my insides, but maybe it's affecting my outside. And then a skin lady was like, "Did you ever try just avoiding cheese?" And I was like,
Heard that.
Fuck.
That's why I said, oh,
lady.
yeah. Because I think your skin got way good, by the way. But I used to have acne big time too. And avoiding cheese was definitely awesome. But the main thing for me was Accutane.
Yeah, you got on Accutane. You did like 3 times. You said,
I did
right?
like 3 times, yeah.
I've yet to so I couldn't get on Accutane for whatever reason. Because when I was a baby, I was allergic to penicillin and aspirin. I don't know if I'm still allergic to those things, but I think Accutane might contain aspirin.
Interesting.
So I went through the shit, and they put me on a different medication that is like similar to Accutane, but I didn't finish my whole dosage because I think I had to shoot something, and I didn't want to be. I thought it was making me like red and peely, so I stopped.
It does that, yeah.
And then I just never finished. But shit's been better since I got off
Looks
the cheese.
great.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Chia has me, drinking more water and shit, and going to bed earlier.
Wives. Always making you be healthier.
How long you guys been married now?
3 years. We just celebrated 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
And we just found out, I've known him for over a decade now.
Yeah.
Wild.
How long did you guys date before you guys got married?
4 years. We got married on our 4-year anniversary.
That's true.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah, we're pretty cute. How long have you been married?
2 years. Oh, no. It'll be officially 2 years on August 19th. Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
So it's been about a year and like
Some
almost.
change. Yeah.
Mhm. Marriage life is pretty lit, isn't
Right?
it?
It's
so
so
lit.
lit.
It's so lit.
just
But
gotta
not
make
for
sure-
everybody. I know everyone out. Some
You
people
gotta
out
make sure
there.
you
Right.
marry the right person
Yeah.
and stuff. But like, I think you dated for a long time too. So it's like you guys knew each other for so long. It's like you had all that time to figure out like, okay, can I put up with this shit? Is that worth this shit? You kind of realize what kind of how you act.
Friends already and all that shit. That's so
Yeah.
important.
Totally.
And actual friends, not like it's not bullshit. Like,
Best friends, you
Yeah.
know each other's deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah. And it helps, and it really does help that she got along with my friends.
Yeah.
And my family. Like, I feel like that, you don't really think about that as being an important, like, check mark, but it helps.
huge.
Yeah, it definitely.
Yeah.
Because with my ex,
I feel like her friends were on such a different like just vibe than me, and also like when I'd be at her family's house eating dinner, shit was always kind of awkward. You know? So like her family, Chia's family, from the beginning, I felt so just welcomed. And
In Canada?
In Canada.
I heard that they're the most nicest, welcoming people ever.
Man, that's not even a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like it's totally real. Like Canadian people are so fucking nice. And her family's super nice. And it's cool that they came she's a product of a mixed couple, so I never had to worry about like her parents looking at me funny, you know?
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like my ex's parents were always looking at me at dinner like, why can't you just be a Mexican boy?
Oh, really?
And you know, they were nice, but I was in the back of their minds, I felt like they would have liked her to be with a Mexican boy.
Dude, you're gonna have such cute babies if you ever have babies.
One of these days.
They're gonna be so mixed, and it's gonna be so pretty.
I know. I mean, they're gonna have a little bit of everything in there.
Yeah.
You know, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be exotic, bro.
Do you guys get sick of people asking you when you're gonna have babies?
Not really.
I don't get sick of it.
I can't say I get sick of it because we do want to have kids eventually. We just don't know exactly when.
Yeah.
And all this COVID shit.
And no one's been like super pressury. Like it's not like we have an overbearing parent. Like, hello, when are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
You know, I know some people have overbearing people in their lives.
Yes.
Ours are more just so like, ooh, can't wait till you guys have kids, you know? And all of our brothers and sisters are having babies, and we're kind of like, we're feeling the FOMO.
I think the closer some parents feel to death, they're like, yo, you got to get on this shit, please. I just want to meet these little fuckers, you know?
I had to tell my parents to shut up. Because I was like, it was literally before.
Oh, you're an only child.
I'm an only child.
Yeah.
And like, before me and Chia were even officially like, together, like I feel like we had just got together, and they were like, okay, what's up with
Don't
the
waste
grandkids?
time.
They're like, don't even get married, just give us the grandkids. We don't, like literally. And I was like,
Wow.
Dad, we want to travel, we want to do this. Like, go travel.
It's like a transaction. Give us the grandkids.
Yeah, they were like, we'll watch the kids, go travel, do whatever you want, you know?
Because they get so bored.
I know.
My parents are so fucking bored, dude. I'm like, what else is going on in your life? Like every time I talk to them, I'm like, so what's on? They just want to hear what's going on my end. And I ask them what's going on your end, and there's like a weird pause. And it's like, well, we watched Wheel. We just finished watching Wheel. It's sad, man. It's sad over there.
Yeah, they're just, you know, they're old and they're bored.
Also, kids like give you a lot of attention, and you're like the best. And when you're an adult, it's like, hey, I respect you, but like, I got shit to do.
Right, and plus our parents, I mean, especially me as an only child, I feel like since I left the house, I mean, I feel like they're probably just like, what are we doing with our time now? You know, especially like I think they really want to feel like valued.
Yes.
You know, so now that they're not in my life, like.
And are they retired from the restaurant?
Yeah, especially, you know, and they just loved being busy. My mom loved like working at the restaurant, being busy all the time, even though she complained about it all the time. Like she just loved having something to do. So
Right.
I think now they're just like, they're waiting for me to have some grandkids so they can.
That makes sense.
Well, my mom has to help my grandma to the toilet every day, so I just think that everything in her life is darkness.
Like she has help her like use the toilet.
Every day.
Oh,
so
man.
Otherwise she could fall and break something because she has before.
Damn.
So it's pretty sad over there. I think they spent all day just waiting to see who's gonna win The Voice. I'm not kidding, dude. Like when I talk to mom on the phone, that's when I get caught up on like all the hot commercials. I get caught up on like all the, you know, oh, did you see this Geico commercial where the guy, he's taking the elevator and he gets stuck in it? And I'm just like, oh my God.
So my parents, they past couple years when they really started learning how to use their smartphones, right? There's an app that like it's popular in Asia, not so much out here. It's called Line. It's called the Line app. It's like
I know.
It's like a messaging app, right? So my parents, it's all they use. Where to the point where they think that lining is what everybody does. You know, they think that's how you communicate.
They're in their little bubble.
Yeah, so they'll be like,
liners.
you should line your cousin, tell him happy birthday. You should line, or like, did you? And I'll be like, oh yeah, no, I just talked to my cousin, like through text or whatever. They'll be like, online? I'm like, no, text, right? Or they'll be like, oh yeah, how did you see this? It wasn't online. Where did you see this? I didn't see it online. I'm like, no. There's more than just line, right? So, but they also don't know the sending funny things to people etiquette. Cause like I feel like you send a funny video to somebody, you wait for them to reply before you send something else, right?
Yeah.
My mom will send 5 videos, one after another, right? And I'll put like a LOL or a cute. and she won't read it for like 2 weeks. But then she'll hit me up and be like, "Did you watch the video I watched?" I'm like, "I responded to you, Mom." Which video are you talking about?
I responded cute to all 5 of them.
Oh. And your mom's the Filipino one?
No.
Your dad's the
Dad
Filipino?
is, yeah. Yeah, my mom.
Mom is looks like she works at Target. She's
Yeah,
like
my
a
mom
white
looks
lady
like
at Target.
she's Steve's mom.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, she's blonde hair, green eyes, but she grew up in Hawaii, so she was always attracted to like Hawaiians, Filipinos, and she actually met my dad when she came back to California and went to school in San Diego, and she thought he was Hawaiian, and she asked him like, "Are you from Hawaii?" and my dad was like, "Yeah." He's from Carson.
Hilarious. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of Filipinos in Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where they all are.
Everyone says her dad looks like Dante Bosco.
Really?
Now, yeah. Back then, he looked like Bruce Lee, apparently.
Well,
What?
damn.
Yeah.
I don't see that at all.
No, there are some pictures where because my mom swears about him. She's like, he looked like Bruce Lee. Oh my God, you should have seen him. I was like, okay, first of all, I've seen Bruce Lee. Like, not my type, but I get it. He was attractive. Then she sends me pictures, and I'm like, I could see it.
Interesting.
Yeah, he had a 6-pack forever.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad just ripped, would surf and stuff.
I don't know if my dad's ever had a 6-pack.
Uh,
Maybe actually no. There's some pretty like hunky looking pictures of my dad.
I want to see hunky pictures
I'll
of
show
your
you. I'll
dad.
show you. It was I was so irritated one time because I posted a picture. There's a picture of my dad like cooking or some shit with his long hair. And then when my hair was long, I did a side by side and I kind of reenacted the photo. But like everyone's like, "Yo, Tim's dad is way hotter than him." Like all the girls were like, "Yo, your dad's shoulders are way nicer." And I was like, "Bitch."
Old pictures of my dad looks like a cop, an
Your
undercover
dad was
cop.
hot too.
He looks like an undercover cop on Narcos.
Damn.
Yeah.
With like a weird
does.
mustache and
I was surprised.
Really?
Because I can't picture when you meet someone they're older. I can't picture what they look like younger.
Yeah.
Right. But then, yeah, looking at your dad's younger pictures, I was like, whoa, like he was kind of a stud.
He was hot?
Yeah.
So they're not pressuring you for babies at all?
They got plenty right now.
They got so many babies.
I got
now.
little nieces and nephews everywhere. I got too
We
many
lost the race by a landslide.
of them. Dude, if I was in their house right now, it's like fucking toy hoarders.
I grew up an only child, right?
Yeah.
So it's like whenever I go to Chia's house and she has her like little cousins running around and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's fun, but every once in a while I need to like step out because it's a lot for me.
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
That's why being aunt and uncle's sick, because you get to leave.
Yeah.
Right, right.
You could go take a nap.
Okay, that's lit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're stuck, dude.
Cause she tells me too, her dad's the same way. Like her dad, like she tells me like sometimes during family gatherings, her dad will just leave and she'll be like, "Dad, where'd you go?" He's like, "I'm eating wings at a bar." So he'll just like bounce and just let the
My dad
family
does that
think.
too, actually. So is she an only child?
No, she has an older sister and an older brother.
Okay.
The
She
brothers-
has only child vibes.
Yeah, well, she's very much the younger sister, but that everybody still goes to for advice. And like
sage.
she's the sage. She's the motherly youngest sibling. You know? So everyone's always like,
She's an old soul.
yeah, for sure.
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely is. Yeah. It's like, I mean, she turned down all the tequila we offered her right now.
Right. She was like, I don't put toxins in my body.
You know, she's changed. When I met her, she like loved roller coasters and she like was, drinking beer and shit.
Oh, she
Now-
was fronting?
Now she gets dizzy if I make a right turn too fast.
That's true. That's no joke. He was doing that today on the way here, and I was like, you need to chill.
Hey, but real quick, I know we've been on quarantine, we've been on lockdown, and that's why I like to use BeachBody On Demand because your boy is trying to look right out here in these streets once the quarantine is over, and I want to be topless on the beach in the summertime, which is why I love using BeachBody On Demand. And let me tell you something about BeachBody On Demand, okay? There is a history of success. This is the company behind P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, which is what I used when I was at my fittest. You know what I'm saying? I used 21 Day Fix. I got real fit. They give you trainers like celebrity trainers like Tony Horton, Joel Freeman, Jericho McMatthews, and Autumn Calabrese, who I use for 21 Day Fix. Your boy lost weight. Your boy got sexy. Your boy got toned. And what's dope is you can access it anywhere, anytime, on your computer, on your tablet, on your smartphone, on Roku, all that. It's the best deal in fitness, real talk. And listeners of No Chaser can try it absolutely free, okay? I'm talking about free. To get a special free trial membership, text No Chaser to 303030, okay? You'll get full access to the entire platform, all the workouts, nutrition, information, and support absolutely free. Just text No Chaser to 303030. And you know, we all about to try and get sexy out here in these streets. BeachBody On Demand, I got you. Hey, but real quick, I know I've been talking to Steve and Nikki about having sex and making sweet love. And sometimes when you get older, you know, you don't last as long as you'd like to, or you can't go the extra rounds that you'd like to, which is why I like to use the BlueChew, okay? If you like sex, you love BlueChew.com. BlueChew offers you men a performance enhancement for the bedroom, and I know we all like to last longer and go extra rounds. You know, your boy would like to do that. You know, I'm married, so sometimes you just want to get it in and you can't because you're old and you're tired. But BlueChew.com, it has affiliated physicians that work with you to find the dosage and active ingredient that is best for you, okay? It only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician, and if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly. It ships directly to your door in discreet packaging, and the chewables from BlueChew.com are prescribed online by a doctor and made in the US of A, okay? BlueChew gives you confidence in bed every time. You and your partner will love it, so chew it and do it. Here's a great deal for you guys. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use promo code TIM, okay? Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TIM. I've used the pills. They work. My stroke is already great, but the BlueChew makes my stroke even greater.
Were you a closeted nerd in high school? Because I feel like you and me are very similar. We like a lot of the same things and have a lot of the same references.
Yeah.
And I was a bit of a closeted nerd, I feel.
Well, I was a big, I definitely was into stuff that people wouldn't expect me to be into. So yeah, you could say that. Like one of my best friends, so like PD Flow is like a not closeted nerd. He's like a very forward. He's a loud and proud nerd, right? Yes. And me and him, that was like my boy, you know? So I would fucking, you know, we met in drama class, and I would go to his house and I would use his internet to do oh, so dumb. I used to post on this website where you would post your outfits and people would rate it from a 1 to 5. So I would be like, oh dude, I gotta post a new picture on this clothing website. So he would have 2 computers in his room because he was like,
this is the beginning of Tim's Bakery?
Pretty much. Yeah. So I'd be posting these pictures of my outfits and he'd be just on his computer like fucking gaming and shit, you know. And
you're posting your outfits. He's gaming.
And that was just our afternoons of bonding, you know. But
well, you were kind of trying to get laid through that, kind of, right? Like getting messages from people and or checking to make sure your clothes were cool for chicks and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even. How old were you guys when you lost your virginities?
16.
I was like 16.
16. See, I didn't lose mine until after high school.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the summer after I know. That's what I'm saying. But I was really popular.
Sure.
But I was just...
You're just saving yourself for the right girl.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
I was doing that shit.
Were you?
Yeah.
Saving yourself?
I wanted to and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
God. I thought it was so cool to
But then you lost it when you were 16.
Yeah, well, yeah, but then
He's a
even
closeted
afterward,
guilty.
I felt so guilty. Like I had just fucked up, and yeah, I tried to convince my chick that it didn't really happen that much.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
So that's what's funny. Okay, so now we do have something similar in that. Is that for religious reasons that you felt guilty, or?
It was because I was raised that way, Catholic and all that stuff. But
okay, so
I just felt really bad.
I was with a girl when I was 15, my first real girlfriend when I was 15, and for the longest time, all we did was just go down on each other. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we were like, this isn't sex.
Yeah. Totally.
Know? And then so here's the fucked up part is like the only alone time we ever had was after school, but then before youth group on Wednesdays, before we go to church on Wednesdays. So I would stay at her house after school, and then we'd go down on each other, and then we'd take the bus to church, you know? But then at one point we got really into
to the church, you know, but we were still like going down on each other. And I remember one time I was at her place and like I was going down on her on the couch. And then right after she came, she's like, we have to pray for forgiveness. We have to pray.
Oh
and then
my
she got down. I was already on my knees because I just ate her cooch.
Yeah.
And then
you got like fucking dribble all over your chin. Like, okay, you gotta pray to God.
So she's like, we have to pray. So she gets down next to me and we're fucking praying for forgiveness, you know?
God. Did she suck your dick too?
Yeah.
I feel like I get that way after I come though, but not like that extreme. But like, you know, masturbating to porn is different than masturbating to yourself. Like masturbating like with your imagination.
Okay.
After I masturbate to porn, it's like I feel disgusting. Like I feel
That's correct. That's the
so
correct
I feel
feeling.
so gross. I feel like, ew, what is this trash?
I don't know anyone
And
who's like, I feel really good.
well, okay,
That felt great.
after I masturbate without porn, like if I'm just in bed and I just like, you know, feel sensual and I like masturbate, I don't feel disgusting after. I just crash
use
out.
your imagination?
Oh yeah, my imagination's way better than porn.
I haven't used my imagination since I was like,
That's so sad.
since before the internet was invented, I feel.
Dang.
What, am I in a movie trailer right now? Man, I haven't used my imagination in so long.
It's like that South Park Imagination Land.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Take you to a hot balloon.
Since before the internet, flashback.
Yeah, wow.
Nah, but for real, like, I feel like as soon as I could get online, I was just been going online. And I think that's why you start to feel guilty because, like, you know, I don't want to say I'm desensitized, but I do, you know, as time goes on watching porn, you start looking up just like, you know, like more imaginative shit, like weirder shit.
Yeah.
And I think for sure after you like bust your nut and you see what you just nutted to, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, like the
I'm
porn's
gross.
still playing.
I'm disgusted.
That's
And
what I
I'm
mean.
like-
There's
yeah.
no good. There's no feeling
I'm
good
like,
after.
ew, what is this? This is, they're treating this woman horribly.
No, she signed up for that.
There's nobody who's afterward. He's like, that stepmom wanted to suck her stepmom's cock.
Yo, here's what's fucked up is sometimes I remember like, especially when I was like, living alone, you know, I would fall asleep immediately after I nutted, right? After I jacked off, and I would wake up and my laptop would be dead. So I would just close my laptop. And I remember a couple occasions where I would go to like a Starbucks to do work. And I'm like, oh shit, my laptop's dead. Fucking plug it in, wait for it, and then just porn right on my screen. I'm like,
Degeneracy.
oh god. Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever read literotica? I feel like that's more of a girl thing.
You mean like really like romantic like
No.
like literature?
No.
Wait. Is that like, okay, let me guess. That's like, is that Edward and Bella, like Twilight fucking
fuck
stuff?
no.
But that kind of thing?
No.
Where it's like Edward came home from school a little early.
Maybe.
And Bella.
Maybe there's a category for that.
Yeah.
But it's basically when I was like 13, there wasn't a lot of like free porn sites. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't just have access to a bunch of free porn. But there was literotica. And literotica did not hold back, okay? Like whatever kink you have, they have a story there, and they describe it in such detail that you are forced to use your imagination.
Wait, I have another one.
That's what he said.
Nice.
That sounds all right.
Oh, yeah. I autopiloted that.
Right. Yeah. So you're forced to use your imagination, and it was like the most graphic shit. Like
That
especially.
fucks you up even worse. You might as well just give a kid porn if they're gonna do that literotica shit.
But I'd be like up in my I'm going to bed, and I'd be like up in my room with a flashlight. Like,
Wait, so
what kind of
reading
shit?
This literotica. I print it out, and then I would read it.
Whoa.
So you said you were 13?
Yeah.
How
Well,
old was I?
14.
Yeah, I was probably around 13 when I started like
13,
fully
14.
masturbating, yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
happening?
didn't quite know how to masturbate yet. So I didn't start masturbating until I was 14, but at 13 I was like interested, like how does this work? And I would just get really, really horny and then like go to sleep.
Me and Steve both fucked couches.
Yep.
I wish I could have fucked a couch. It
This
seems
couch,
so
by the way, very nice.
Oh, this couch would be great for
Oh
it.
yeah.
Leave it
Maybe
alone.
a little rough.
I can invite a bunch of friends over for this couch.
Ask for consent.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, she'd be expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely this.
I was always jealous of guys because it's so straightforward.
We could
Like,
put our dicks anywhere.
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Whereas like girls, like I thought, and back then Google was not very good. I thought you had to finger yourself to masturbate.
Oh, so you weren't aware
And
of
I
like
hated
the
fingers.
diddling.
Was not aware at all.
Ah.
And I've said this many times.
You know what I mean?
On-
The
on,
trackpad.
Yeah.
I've said this many times on platforms, but like an internet predator taught me how to like,
Oh, like someone who was like chatting.
Oh
you
yeah,
up.
yeah. They're like, show me your tits. I'm like, no. They're
At
like,
least you didn't do that.
are you masturbating? I'm like, I don't know how. Like,
I always I've told this story before on the podcast, I think, but when I was in college, I was taking a women's studies class. Have I told y'all this story?
I don't know.
I was taking a women's studies
get
class.
laid?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was gonna be full of women in that class,
There's
right?
one reason why guys do that shit. Come on.
But I also wanted to learn.
Sure.
And I was like, it was one of 3 guys in a class of like 30 girls, right?
Sure.
And I actually learned a lot of shit in that class. But one of the dopest weeks was we had the masturbation week section of the book. And it was all about, getting to know your body and loving yourself, being comfortable with yourself, blah, blah, blah. And so in this class, we would
masturbate?
no. We would have
Why
we'd have the lecture part and then we would split off into groups on the Wednesday.
Oh.
So I'm in a group of like 4 or 5 girls.
Poor guy.
And at one point, the little group leader, she's like, let's all go around the circle and discuss the first time we ever masturbated. And I'm trying to be like, like real professional. But
Life is a movie.
in my head, I'm like, holy shit.
Yes.
This is amazing.
And you have to act all cool, right? You can't be all like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
What was
I
that?
was
like,
just
oh
like-
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Touch your tits.
You're a
Yeah.
sensitive guy.
Yeah.
You basically have no dick in that moment.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
like,
yeah. I wasn't
that's
allowed to have a
cool.
dick, I
Yeah.
just had to be like, oh, okay, I'm like listening, I'm like,
Did
wow.
you get like
Probably,
Yeah.
boner?
but it was crazy, one girl specifically, and this is why I was reminded of that. One girl was like, I never really learned to masturbate until like a boyfriend showed me how.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, it's so interesting for girls because I feel
Shown how by a man?
yeah.
Whoa.
Just mansplained how to
Yes, it's so
Mansplained.
Yeah.
Manster.
Manster.
Man-
Yeah, yours isn't great either. Drink.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very confusing for a woman. Like, how are you supposed to know to like rub that thing? Like, it's all the
How are
way
you
up
supposed to
there.
know how to jerk dicks too?
What? It's so
It's
obvious.
fucking weird,
It's
actually.
obvious.
I used to go on a website called jackinworld.com and it gave you
I never made it there.
it gave you tips on how to masturbate. And
That's pretty cool.
it gave you like
It better.
yeah.
What was it? Put your palm around your dick.
Well, here's the thing. It would have special like try this out this week, and one week it was
Smash
like
your dick into a fence.
no.
No.
Is it still around? Are they like, we don't know how to monetize? Like, we fucked up, man. We got a big audience. We could never monetize
Back then,
Jackson
it was
World.
probably just fucking like I don't know, like random little geo sites ads, that were popping up.
Yeah.
But I remember specifically one of them that I tried that felt nice, but just wasn't worth it in the end. Was to use a banana peel. So like you use a banana peel to jerk off, and then you could just jizz into the peel. But what's annoying is all the little fucking the stringy bits come
Yeah.
off on your dick. Yeah,
'Cause I
It
was
means
thinking
well.
A pumpkin might be.
What?
that's not gonna work.
It's so rough in there. Have you ever fucking felt the inside of a pumpkin? It's slimy,
Yeah,
sure, but
like,
it's all rough.
Like slimy.
It's all rough.
I don't know.
No.
It's all rough.
Okay, I would fuck every fruit if I was a guy. First of all, so
You would try to.
I would try to.
As we have.
Okay, so did you fuck a watermelon?
Should I fuck a pineapple without fucking
No,
cutting
not a
it up
pineapple.
first?
That sounds like it would hurt. Like they
Well, right.
sting. Like if you have a cut, it stings.
Right.
But like a watermelon
I could
No,
take a watermelon.
or a
I don't know.
cantaloupe.
It's just too cold.
Oh, have you seen that video of the guy fucking a grapefruit?
Yeah, everyone's seen it.
Grapefruit would be fire, I think.
Yeah. I've heard that grapefruit blowjobs are sick.
Oh, I've seen that. So there's
Yeah.
this really there's this viral video of this one lady, and she takes a slice of grapefruit, or it's like I wouldn't call it. It's not a slice, but it's like like a slice.
Yeah.
She gets a hole in it, and she does a thing where she does like a hand motion with the grapefruit
Yeah.
while she's like sucking the dick. And it looks pretty dope.
I would like that. I would like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like that.
Calm down.
You want me to grab the other bottle? I can grab the
Yes,
other bottle.
yeah.
Here, you
Top
guys
up.
talk amongst yourselves.
Top up.
Entertain these people. I'm gonna grab the other one.
What other fruits would you like to be fucked?
I
with?
really don't need to now that I have you.
Oh,
Okay.
here's some.
What is- yeah.
When I was on IG Live earlier, I was like, "Do you guys have any questions for Nikki and Steve?" And the first question that popped up was, "How often do they do it?"
Oh, dude, we do it. I mean, we try to do it once a week.
Yeah, but it hasn't been that lately.
No. Well, past week.
We've been killing it for the past
Yeah.
2 weeks, but So we used to be pretty consistent, and we
Yes.
always stood by that. Like, you have to be fucking regularly.
Yeah,
like, you have to put make your relationship a priority.
Yes.
So having date nights once a week at least
Big on it.
really helps.
Yep.
And then,
And that kind of sets the standard too, because you know you're probably fucking
what
that night.
happened was quarantine made everything bleed together.
Yeah,
You're not like having separate date nights. Like, and then when we would try to have a date night, it would usually be us ordering Thai food and watching shitty reality TV all night. And like, we get so
without
hooked.
boundaries.
With no boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't like,
That's the
hey,
problem.
3-episode cutoff. We were like, what's going to happen next? I
Yes.
need to see if she fucks this dude.
Yes.
And so
We get addicted.
we get addicted, and then we don't get dicted. Yeah.
Damn, fire.
Thank
Didn't
you.
know where you're going with that. No, so that we had to figure that out.
Yeah, we had to figure out our rhythm.
Because we got into a
with
little
the
bit.
quarantine.
We got into like a 2-week dry spell.
Yeah.
And then we got
We had to like
we had to have a
set some
sit down.
boundaries. Like, hey, you want sex tonight? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do you want sex today? He's like, yeah. So okay, we're gonna do it.
We can't watch that much Love Island.
One episode, 2 maximum.
Love Island, 2 episodes
Island.
max before sex.
What'd you do with that banana, yo?
I brought it for you. You were talking about the fruits and
Oh,
That's
thank
awesome.
you. You want me to fuck him with this fruit?
No,
I will fuck him with
what the
this
fuck?
fruit.
No. No.
Okay.
Um,
I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
you know, I feel like the sex, of course, does slow down when you're married. I think that's like a natural thing that happens.
It didn't for us
No?
until quarantine.
Yeah.
Until quarantine.
How's your
Yeah.
quarantine fucking been?
You know, it's been pretty regs. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Like, how often would you say you fucks?
Yeah,
Like, for real? Like, for swears?
No, it's good.
You know, well, I try not to discuss me and Chia.
Yeah.
Due
doing
to
stuff.
due to
Oh.
you being a public figure who talks about sex all the time?
I talk about generally. I don't get specific with Chia.
I get it. It's all good. It's all good.
We talk all the time about.
That's why. No, I know. That's why.
sexcapades.
That's why I'm asking you guys about it.
Oh, right. Because we're just open. We're just whores. We're just whores.
Yeah, we are whores.
About our.
Wait, here's the
sex
thing
life.
too. I just found out her dad started listening to my podcast.
Oh, that changes things.
Yeah.
I don't think our parents listen.
Shout out to if you're listening. Earmuffs on this one.
Yeah. My dad gave himself away that he listens to our podcast. Luckily, we don't talk too much in depth.
We kind of do sometimes, though.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just no getting around it. Yeah, we're adults. Also, he talks about sex with
I know.
my
No,
mom
he's
all
very
the time.
cool, by the way. He's
so
very
he set the trend.
Yeah, my parents are they don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, your parents are so chill.
my parents are extremely chill. You know,
We talk about fucking each other?
he always makes the joke. They always
Yeah.
make, they both
Saw
just
that
like
clip.
that.
which clip?
From I forget the show where he goes, so what is it?
No,
Sometime-
yeah, the question was like, how often do you and mom have sex? Because it was like we drink and then we answer uncomfortable questions. And I'm like, all right, Dad, I read the card. I'm like, how often do you and mom have sex? And he's like, almost every day. Monday, almost. Tuesday, almost. Wednesday,
That's a great line.
almost. It was so good.
Yeah.
And
so good.
here's what's funny about when we filmed that, right? I asked him the question. He said something else at first, and he was like, "Oh, wait, ask me again," because he
That's
thought
so
of the.
cute.
I don't know where he got the joke from or if he made
cute.
it up, but I was
Probably
like, "Oh
from
wait,
Line?
yeah, probably from line. One of his
Yeah,
friends sent it
yeah.
to him, and I was like, "Wait, we need to bring that back. My dad has a joke." So
That's great.
yeah,
That's
funny
tight.
guy.
Yeah,
funny guy.
he seems funny. He saw me at your wedding. He was like, Nikki Limo, half white, half Filipino.
He loves that. He fucking loves that shit.
I love you, Tim's dad,
I think
He's the man.
Mr. Chantarangsu.
you know, he was because he watches my vlogs so consistently, right? So I think he saw that from VidCon.
yeah, like 2009,
Yeah.
2010, or whatever.
So when I first started putting my dad in the vlogs, he would read all the comments, right? And he would be like, "What? Why does everyone keep saying Tim's dad is shit? Tim's dad is shit. What does that mean?" I'm like, "No, Dad. They're saying you're the shit." And he was like, "Oh, he didn't get it." At
Is that what
first.
That's
you're
so good.
king shit?
No.
Oh, okay. But you are king shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys still
That was
upload on YouTube?
We do. Yeah.
I'm going to start uploading on my new channel soon.
Shut the fuck up.
Steve Heads?
Yeah, Steve Heads. Well, Steve Heads is a new thing that I have created, and so I'm very excited about rolling it out.
Every month he promotes his YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's turned into a fun game, but I'm actually going to pay it off.
I think
He's actually gonna do
if
it.
you did a making fun of vloggers vlog, that'd be kind of lit.
I would never admit to such a thing.
Troll. The
ultimate
troll.
I just want to be part of the game. I just want to be in the vlog game.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, with everybody.
Honestly, I love my vlog channel more than my main channel. I'll say it.
Your
I'll
vlog
say
channel's fun. It's fun. It's really you too.
It's unedited.
Yeah, that's
and,
what's cool about the vlogs.
Yeah.
You feel less pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's your real, like the people there, they know you.
And not only do they know you, but they like fucking care.
Yeah.
The ones that watch the vlogs, they're like invested in you.
That's my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like my main channel, it's like you can find me from anywhere. Like I don't know where you came from. Maybe you came here for a recipe.
Right.
Maybe you came here
to jack off.
Yeah,
maybe you came here to jack off.
off.
Maybe you came here because you like Animal Crossing Islands. Check out my Animal Crossing Islands tour.
Huge.
But yeah, the vlog channel, they know you.
Man, all I've been uploading to my main channel for 2 months is the podcast, and I've lost like so many subscribers this month.
Why do they hate that? I'm like, it is you.
Yeah, and I'm like, guys, I'm still gonna upload some real content eventually. Just why are you leaving?
I give up.
Yeah.
The algorithm is so whack. Dude, and I don't want to get into the algorithm talk, but like they flagged my channel as a gun distributor channel at the beginning of this year and demonetized everything. And so ever since then, I feel like I've been shadow banned. Like I feel like a lot of people have commented that my videos don't pop up on their feed anymore, that they've been unsubscribed randomly, that like they turn on notifications, they don't get notifications. So I'm like, come to my vlog channel if you want to see me then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, you know what's fucking crazy? The only video on my channel right now that's really making any money is a mukbang I did like a year ago. And it's like literally making like triple all my other videos.
Wow.
And it's a video of me and one of my other former Wild 'N Out cast members talking about why we're not on the show anymore. It's it has like 6 million views.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Drama's everything on YouTube.
Dude, that's the other thing. If you're not a problematic YouTuber,
I know.
then you're just not getting views. Like,
You guys-
gotta have drama.
But if you exist on YouTube, you're problematic to somebody.
No. If you hang out with other
breathe.
YouTubers,
Right.
that's the thing. Because I'm like, who are some YouTubers that don't have drama that are still YouTubers? And I'm like, Jenna Marbles doesn't hang out with any YouTubers.
Facts.
Sophia Nygaard, she's coming up. She doesn't hang out with any YouTubers.
Higa.
Doesn't hang out with any YouTubers.
He definitely does not. He doesn't live in LA. He's in Vegas.
Yeah, he's in
He
Vegas.
hangs out with people that he makes into tubers, though, right?
Yeah, he hangs out with his crew that make videos as a result of being friends with him. Yeah.
Right.
He hangs out with guppies.
But it's like drama channels get all the views, and then anyone who's being mentioned in the drama channels are getting the views.
Thanks.
And I'm like, I don't really like
It's
drama
everything,
at
though.
all.
It's everything. People need the dramas, and they need to know about what their tubers are doing and what they're not doing and how they're fucking up.
Yeah.
People love it.
I didn't get into any drama in the 12 years I've been on YouTube until I started hanging out with other tubers.
God.
See?
Yeah, and then I'm like, I don't like
There is a ton of behind the scenes drama that people don't even know, though.
People don't know.
People don't even whiff it.
You know what sucks is for the because I know a couple of YouTubers who aren't from LA, right? Who moved here from different fucking cities and countries and shit because they thought it was such like a tight knit unit of YouTubers that are hanging out.
Sad.
And they
Tragic.
they moved to LA and then they're like, holy shit, no, like they're not really friends. I have no friends. I'm lonely. LA sucks. I hate it here. And then they move back because they're fucking depressed. You
Sounds
know?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're monsters and they fit in the sociopath LA scene, this narcissistic,
correct.
and they just like gas each other up all day long and they circle jerk each other and then they make it and they thrive.
Those are the people from the cocaine jungle.
But then they're sad inside.
But they're sad
Oh, yeah.
inside.
so sad.
The saddest
If they
one.
feel feelings, I don't know if they feel feelings.
Oh, they do.
And their house is so big that when they wake up in the morning and they walk somewhere in their house, it takes like 5,000 lonely steps to get to their fridge.
Every step is lonely.
The
as fuck.
loneliest. And
But
you
there's
hear
a
the
big-
pitter-patter echo through the halls of alone.
But then that's why they put a big selfie mirror by the fridge and then
Good point.
they get drawn back into
Good point.
Oh my god, I gotta share
I
this.
still love myself.
Yeah.
Nah, and they can fuck all the groupies they want, but they're still just fucking lonely inside.
Yep.
That's why I only trust OG YouTubers.
Well, only the ones that fuck people of the same age.
Right.
I find the OG YouTubers who fuck on the young ones to be a little less
yeah,
fun.
that's
a little less
never
fun,
okay.
I think. A little
Never,
less
Yeah.
fun.
never okay.
That was always interesting too, because you watch a bunch of people who,
Getting
in
called
high
out
school. Well, yeah, now, but in high school, like they were like losers and all this stuff, right? And then they become tubers. And then all these same people,
They want to fuck the age that they weren't cool
that they shut
that they got
themselves down
rejected
or whatever.
from.
They're
Yeah.
also sickos. But
Yeah,
point being, there's a psychological element to it. And so they're like trying to get that whatever back.
Yeah.
And it's fucking lame and sad and they should all go to jail.
They
Definitely,
need that
like,
therapy.
Yeah, a lot of the dudes or just like people that came up, I mean, especially early YouTube scene where it was like you were kind of got recognition when you were awkward and quirky.
You're like 20.
Yeah, so it was like people that I felt like, were quote unquote losers, right? Getting attention for the first time.
Yes.
And then nowadays you got all these guys, same boat, fucking lames, but now they got money and so they're like, stunting for the gram.
Yeah.
Fucking nice ass house and then but of course, rented. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But you're right. They're fucking up, bro.
Yeah.
They got like $9,000 of rent a month.
A month on rent.
I know, man.
For the views,
yeah.
bro.
And they lease their car. And
Sometimes
it's a
they're not
McLaren.
even making money. Like now it's to the point where it's only about views. Like how famous you are is more valuable than money almost. Like we went to Playlist. We were all there, right? And like these young TikTokers, they get millions and millions of views. Everybody's like lining up, coming all over them, whatever. And we heard like some of them bitching behind the scenes that they're not making any money. Like they
How do
don't
we monetize this shit?
How do we
Hey,
get
I make 8-second videos. How do I monetize this shit? Someone monetize it for me, please.
Right. I mean, how are TikTokers even? I mean, I'm sure they're getting good brand
If
deals.
you're good at leveraging an audience into another platform, you could probably make brand deals there. And then I heard that some are getting brand deals from like the music. Maybe if you're a TikToker, you can fill us in the comments. But I've just been like trying to learn like how that platform works. But apparently like, people just, it doesn't even matter if you have money, it's just the image of having money and being famous.
And saying that you have brand deals and sponsors even though you don't really and all this
Or
stuff.
if you're promoting them for free.
Dude,
And
well, here's what I found out. Because how Fashion Nova, pays a lot of like influencers and they have like, I'm a Fashion Nova ambassador and shit, right? I found out that a lot of girls who are trying to become Fashion Nova ambassadors and like Pretty Little Thing ambassadors, what they'll do is buy a shit ton of the clothes from these websites and say sponsored by hashtag Fashion Nova, sponsored by whatever, to get attention from other companies to be like, oh look, I work with Fashion Nova in hopes that these other companies will pay them.
that's crazy.
That shit works.
Because remember when we first started getting sponsor deals and it was like a big, like, people did not like it. Your audience was not accepting.
You're a sellout.
You're a sellout. Like you really had to think hard if that sponsorship was worth it to like promote to your audience.
And now there's not a single soul alive who's not a sellout. So
Right.
the audience is just like, all right, I like sellouts. It's fine.
No, now it's great because the audience is like, get that money,
Yeah,
bro.
they're
exactly.
great.
Get it.
Right.
Yeah, they get it now. Because back then they didn't get it.
But it's so funny that these kids are like, I'll just say I'm sponsored. It's like that would have been like bad for you a few years ago.
Yeah, now it's like,
but now
if
it's
you're
like
sponsored,
clout.
you're cool.
Yeah.
And it apparently makes you like cool in your high school to be like, yo, I'm sponsored by these, this.
Really?
Yeah. For
You
the
know-
influencers in that area.
So I remember, she has like nephews and nieces who are like high school age, right? And one of her nephews, she was telling me that the way it works nowadays is the person who has the most followers automatically the most popular person.
Really?
It's like that's how it's judged now.
Whoa.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So like, that would have changed a lot back then.
A lot of fucking nerds would be very
Dude, I
popular.
was the moderator of an M&M
Gamers and
message
shit.
board. I was really good at social media for what we had back then.
Put the banana down.
But I tell
gesticulating
you,
with it.
I was not good at socializing.
Damn.
No, I was pretty popular in high school,
Yeah, same.
but it was.
Yeah, you would have been bottom rung, dude.
I guess so.
Bottom fucking rung.
Did you play sports in high school?
Nah.
Me neither.
I
Drama
sucked.
nerd.
Me
I was-
too.
Yeah, I was drama
Yeah.
nerd, yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's what was great about my school is the athletic teams sucked. Football
Me too.
teams sucked. Yeah. So it was like level playing ground, you know? Like, so me as like fucking theater kid, and also I was hosting talent shows and shit, the kids were like, yo, you're funny, and I was popular, right?
I did the same shit.
Yeah. So it was never like, oh, the fucking jocks and nerds Like I thought that was all TV shit until like kids were actually like, no, this is real. Like the jocks are popular and the nerds are get picked on.
No, the jocks thought I was tight because I was like a big fucking jester to them, like an idiot. And then the chicks thought that I was funny and they would have me host like the dance show and stuff like that, which was sick.
Yeah.
Because then I'm around all these like dancer chicks.
Yeah, bro.
But then I was always in relationships.
Lame. Even when I was in junior high, all my homies were on the basketball teams and football teams, but I was never like really athletic like that. So they hit me up to be the mascot. So I still got to go on, but I wasn't wearing like a big helmet. I just wore a Viking helmet.
Okay.
So I got to go to the games, hang out with all my friends, and then I would hang out with the cheerleaders during the game, and I get to dance around a little bit, and it was like all fun.
That's tight.
In junior high, I played basketball because the coaches forced me because I'm so tall. I was like the tallest kid in my school. But I suck so much, I'm not athletic, that I got most improved by the end of the year because I went from not being able to even dribble the fucking ball. Like I literally would, sometimes during games, like not a joke.
No hand-eye coordination.
I would dribble, but then I'd hit my foot, and then the ball would roll into the stands. Like it was that bad. And I was on the JV team.
Damn.
Yeah, rough.
How tall were you senior year?
I was 6'4.5".
What?
I was my max height.
Oh,
then.
shit.
Yeah. So this was even in middle school. I was 6'4".
You were 6'4" in middle school?
Yeah, I was big. I was the tallest kid in my school.
What the
So they're like, we got slam dunk.
Yeah, they're like, well, then eventually they're like, you can be the rod man, just get rebounds, and like I couldn't do that.
Yeah, you couldn't even catch it.
No, because also too like. It's just such a weird thing when you're that age and you don't want your dick touching people. So you don't want to like jump and touch someone with your dick. Like
That's sports, bro.
No, I know. That's the whole time. But I didn't want to do that shit. I was like, I don't want to fucking do this
Wear a
shit.
jock strap.
Well, no, yeah, but okay, I know that now. I know how no big deal it is now. But back then, you're kind of awkward and like it's a weird age and like these sexual parts are just coming alive. They're just getting online.
It's your big old dick, dude. Get that shit under control, man.
I just don't want to touch
Big dick
people.
problems, you know?
I just don't want to touch everyone with my dick, so I didn't want to box people out and all this stupid shit. I didn't want to play basketball anymore.
Hilarious.
I don't really remember who was popular in high school. Like,
Did you play sports?
no.
Cheerleader?
No. I was punk rocker.
Oh, that's right. Eminem fan.
Yeah.
Punk rocker stoner kid.
Yeah. Oh, so you were fucking kicking it at the table with everyone dressed in black and shit.
Okay, so like, you grew up here, right? Like in LA. Mm-hmm. So was your high school indoors? Because ours was outdoors.
Also outdoors.
Okay, so everyone ate like just around the school. Like it was just like I thought that cafeteria thing was made up.
No. Well, here's the thing. At my school, everyone, it was outdoors. It was outdoors, but there were still sections. There was like the ASB kids would hang out here.
Oh, right.
There was an Asian tree.
Okay.
Which I went to my first 2 weeks at Paramount, but then I had a whole like existential situation where, because I was never a part of like a Asian clique. You know, all my friends were super diverse. And then I got to high school where I didn't know anybody. And then I found the Asian tree and I was like, okay, these will be my friends automatically, because I saw a guy who was like, he nodded at me, he was like, what's up? I was like, okay, cool. And then so I kicked it at the Asian tree for like a week and a half, and I was sitting there like, why are we friends? In my head, I was like, just because we're Asian?
Yeah.
This doesn't feel right. So I left the Asian tree, eventually found real friends, right? But it was definitely kind of segregated, right? ASB kids, the fucking, like goth punker kids were in one section.
That was the thing. It was
Yeah, we had a bench. Like, so there was a few benches by the quad. Because my first year, freshman year, I didn't have a crew, like, at all. Like, I wasn't in the punk rock crew. I was just kind of a loner because my junior high went to a different high school, but I went to the high school that I went to because it was a better school district, and my grandpa worked there. And so, like, I just didn't know anybody. So I ate in the Greek theater, where it's like in the middle of in the school. And that's just like where, I don't know, nerds ate. I mean,
fucking nerd.
But yeah. And I just like, I mostly went to the library and checked the M&M board. And that's like, that was my whole freshman year. And the sophomore year is when I became like more in the punk rock crowd. And I already listened to all that music. I just didn't know it was cool because nobody else listened to that music. So I finally found my crew that listened to the same music as me. And I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Where'd you go to high school?
Santa Barbara.
Oh.
It was Dos Pueblos High School, shout out. But yeah, at DP, at least when I went there, all the jocks and cheerleaders, they were kind of chill with everybody. Like drama crew who was chill with the punk rockers. Everyone was kind of just chill with each other.
It's too bad because I was so disappointed by that.
I was also in GATE classes or AP classes or whatever, and like there was a mixture there. There were jocks, there were nerds, there were popular girls, there were punk rock people.
Why didn't it ever live up to the movies? Because I wanted the jocks to shove people against the walls and all that shit, but none of that shit ever happened.
I wanted to make out in a locker, like by a locker.
I did have an equivalent of an AC Slater at my high school though. This Samoan dude named Sonny. He was fucking so popular. Played football, ripped, had cool ass hair. He was so fucking cool. And every year our high school had a Pacific Islander assembly because there was a Pacific Islander club, and they would do like dances, and they would do like the haka.
It would just be me if that was the thing. Like,
No, it was so dope because
That's cool.
Paramount had a good Samoan, Tongan.
That's so tight.
Yeah, so they would do these Pacific Islander dances. They would do the haka, and like I remember being in Spanish class, and just girls in class being like, "Oh my God, the PI assembly is today. Oh my God, Sonny, he's so hot. Oh my God, they're gonna be shirtless," and they loved it, right? And fucking Sonny was dating this girl who I had the hugest crush on. This girl named Lorena Escobar, and fucking Lorena would use me to get Sonny jealous.
What?
Yeah, because whenever they got into a fight, she would flirt with me.
Oh.
And because I was cool with Sonny too.
Yeah.
But like I remember one time specifically, like, you know, she was pissed at Sonny, so she got all close to me, fucking like hugging me and shit. And I was like, oh, this is what's going on? This is great, because I had such a huge crush on her, right? So she was one of the seniors that actually drove. Okay. Not a lot of seniors were driving yet. And I used to wait for the bus at this one bus stop every day after school, take the bus back home. And Lorena would come pick me up. And I felt so cool because I'd be at the bus stop. She'd fucking drive by, like, yo, get in. I'd hop in her car. She'd take me home, right? And then one day, I see her car rolling up. And I'm like, all right, yeah, here she comes. Fucking, I'm getting ready. And then she drives right by me. Fucking Sonny's in the passenger seat. I'm like, they're good again.
The audacity.
They look great together. They look great together.
They did look great together, god damn it. And then the next day I was like, so she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. But she knew what the fuck she was doing.
Yeah.
But
Sonny's like, go buzz by Tim. And she's like, oh. He's like, go buzz by Tim. Go buzz by Timmy. Go buzz by. Nice and slow, and then gun it.
Oh, man. Shout out to Sonny, though. I don't know what he's doing, but shout out to
Have you talked to him at all?
Nah, I mean, I'm friends with Lorena on Facebook.
Yeah, you've been following her life, I bet. Every day.
Every day.
A little bit more every day.
Hey, I drove as a senior.
Did you?
I did too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I drove a station wagon.
I drove a Toyota Celica, and it was a hot-looking sports car.
That's sick, though.
But it was like a 93.
Mine had automatic seatbelts. It was complete shit. It couldn't go past 50 without shaking violently.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I drove towards the end of my senior year. It was a Toyota Corolla that my parents were leasing, and then I totaled it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because my dumbass, I was driving to meet some girl who's probably fake now that I think about it.
Sure.
But, because
that takes balls to admit, by the way.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty, because like, this was early internet shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I was driving to meet this girl, and there's this dumbass street in Paramount that it randomly does this. And I was driving pretty fast too, and I was texting. Ugh, so dumb. And I looked up as soon as the fucking street was curving, and there was a big rig parked on the street. So I went like, "Rah!" And like barely fucking missed this shit. It squashed the whole right side of the car. Like if I had not done this, like I'd be dead.
Shit.
If I was driving with somebody, they would have been dead.
Oh my God.
And so I totaled that car, and I just remember like calling my dad, I'm like, Dad, I did something bad.
Daddy, I was texting again.
Yeah. But
That's so scary. I don't want to have kids.
I know.
That's the only part that makes me not want to have kids is having teenagers. I'm like, oh, I did so much dumb shit.
Because you
when I
know
was
they're
a
gonna get to that age
teenager.
too where they're like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like, surviving by the skin of your teeth, like, I have so many stories of, like, I shouldn't be alive right now.
Right.
And I'm like, they're going to go through that, and I can't protect them.
Mm-hmm.
And what if they're not as lucky?
Because you also don't want to be overprotected.
Right.
Because then they're just gonna fucking
Yeah.
do all
That'll
whatever.
screw them up more.
Right.
Oh.
Before I realized I needed glasses, I was leaving a New York Film Academy thing, and I remember looking. They do it at Universal Studios or whatever. It's like a New York Film Academy graduation thing when I first came to LA, and I remember I didn't have my glasses on, so I turned the wrong way going down that very busy street. And all of a sudden, cars are coming my way. I'm like, the fuck you guys doing? Get out of the middle of the fucking road. All this shit. I'm driving around these people, zigzagging around these people and shit.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me that I was in the wrong lane. But shit like that where you're like, how did I survive this shit?
Yeah, man.
What the hell? And you
Yeah.
were like a fucking 20-year-old.
I know. And that was when I was like, I should get my eyes checked, actually.
Oh, do you wear glasses?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah. If it's nighttime, especially far away, anything far away.
And he can't see shit right now.
So I also wear glasses. Like I'm okay.
Really?
I'm okay, but if I'm driving at night, especially after a long day, because you know when you're tired, shit gets a little blurrier. If I don't know where I'm going, like I can't see street signs.
Me too.
Okay.
And
boat.
if I walk into like a McDonald's, I have to go to the front to read the menu. I can't stand in the back and read the menu.
Same.
But it's not crazy enough that I need to wear them all the time. But
Can't really.
In a low light situation though, like I've been at many tuber parties at like Playlist or whatever,
Yeah.
and people have full on said that they waved at me and I didn't even acknowledge them, like I was being too cool. But I just can't see them.
Yeah.
Like at all. If they're
crazy.
all the way across the room, don't even know what their face
As
is
I
like.
get older, I realize like more and more people, like most people have glasses or they wear contacts.
Yeah.
Like I'm consistently surprised. At
you're
how
still
many-
2020?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't know that it was more common to have glasses and contacts than to not.
We getting old, man.
Yeah, it's a disability that we have.
Sure. I'm always reading signs. I'm like, you can't read that? It says like.
I know, she
right,
dunks
like,
on me,
long
dude.
letters.
That-
That's
sad?
how I knew I needed glasses because I was with my ex.
Does Shia wear glasses?
She does wear glasses. Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, her vision's worse than mine.
Yeah. See, you guys shouldn't have survived. Like, should have
What
been
I'm
wiped
saying,
out.
it's crazy.
Could have wiped out this gene a long time ago. Now everybody's got poor eyesight.
Yeah. You guys aren't trying to do like LASIK
Holding down
and
the
shit?
fort.
Okay, here's my thing on LASIK. Why hasn't Bill Gates done LASIK?
Oh.
He's Bill fucking Gates,
Yeah, because
bro.
he's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, because
Duh.
he's a fucking lizard person or whatever.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
It's part of his look, dude.
That's what everyone's saying now. No, but I'm like, bro, why won't he do it? If he hasn't done it, I'll wait for him to do it. Then once he does it, I'll do it.
That's fair.
How about that?
He already sees you in infrared.
Well, because I know that your eyes degrade over time after getting LASIK even. So especially if you do it at a young age, like I'm just in my early 30s here.
Yeah.
I could need to do it again later on. I don't want to fuck with it yet.
30s.
I am in my early 30s. Fuck you. What are you talking about?
Somebody, well, that's
She's
the thing.
such a fucking cunt, dude.
I'm only 1 year behind.
I almost did LASIK, and then me and Chia went to this this optometrist, and she looked at our shit, and she was like, "Yeah, you guys could do LASIK," but she was like, "To be honest, you don't need it." She was like, "Yeah, you need to put on your glasses to look at fucking street signs or whatever,"
Yeah.
but she's like, "For what it is, you don't need it."
Like whole surgery?
yeah.
Do you notice that your eyes get lazier though when you wear glasses? Because mine do. Ever since I started wearing them religiously, like years ago, like they got lazier and worse.
No. That they say when you wear glasses, your eyes will get progressively worse. That's why you need to redo your prescription every like couple years or
Oh
whatever.
fuck, I haven't done that.
Oh yeah.
He
yeah.
never has written on his prescription in like 15 years.
Oh no, go back to the eye doctor. For sure, they'll give you a new prescription and it'll be better for you.
That's a really hot tip.
We do have insurance.
That's the first time I've been on a show in a while where I've gotten something out of it. Like that actually really helped me.
Yeah, no, it's true. Someone told me like when you wear glasses, you know, even though you're wearing glasses, they will progressively get like just a little worse. You know. Yeah. And I was gonna.
You know why?
Why?
It's so because your wife has to look pretty hot, and like it's like a built-in filter.
Fair.
So like when you wake up next to me, you're like, damn, how's your skin so poreless? And like it's just so like airbrushed. It's just a built-in way for us to stay married and procreate.
So don't even get a new prescription.
Don't get a
I
new
shouldn't.
prescription.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see a whole fucking fucked up mess in front of me.
You'll be like, damn, that's hot. What a hot mess.
Make sure like beer goggles for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
I
see?
think so.
Dude, I was watching some fucked up shit earlier. You guys ready for this shit?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
ready.
I was watching a full-on, it was like a 2-hour documentary about how there's an inner Earth.
Oh, the hollow earth
The
theory?
whole like
Yeah, dude.
world down there.
Oh, it's fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And it's got like its own sun and shit.
Prehistoric
Wait.
creatures and shit.
So are you no longer a flat earther?
I think I've evolved from a flat earther, which I
now
was
a
famously
hollow earth.
before.
Were you a legit flat earther at one point?
Big time, Timmy.
No.
Oh, Timmy, I was the biggest flat earther that ever lived, Timmy.
Okay, look.
Ask me a flat earth question. Watch me fucking school your ass.
Let me tell you something.
Are you a round earther?
You're not even good at flat earthing.
Oh, come on.
I could school his ass
No,
more.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something because
Oh, yeah.
as silly as it can sound, I went into the YouTube loophole of flat Earth videos.
Yeah, it's fun.
And at
so
one
fun.
point I was like, huh, maybe.
It's so
You know what
fun.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's fun.
I think okay, so what I found fascinating about flat Earth is that Antarctica is blocked off. That's the only thing I found fascinating. I was like, what's in Antarctica?
Yeah.
I don't think the Earth is
The
flat.
edge.
Why did Hitler want to go there, bro?
I don't think the Earth is flat, but I think, what if there's a fucking black hole in Antarctica? What if there's like some kind of secret
Man,
shit there?
The way they describe it starts to make sense. When you
continue, yeah.
Well, because when they tell you about the whole like the flight patterns and shit and why planes have to fly a certain way, and it's like when they lay it out for you, and it's like when you think about it, and when you look at the whole shit where it's like maybe the planes aren't actually doing this, but it's kind of, but they're just kind of on a flat surface and they're doing this. It's like, huh?
Why aren't
why
they
would
going
they
over
do
the
that?
top? Why don't they go over the top, by the way? Why don't they do that?
I don't know.
Well, because
Can you please title this podcast "Tim is a Flat Earther"?
I'm not.
So what I learned is that through regulation, the reason why they don't fly over the poles is because if they ever had to make an emergency landing, they would be fucked. There'd be nowhere to go.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
likely
That's the official
excuse.
story, anyway. I think there's probably more to
So
it.
they're banking on them being shitty pilots that have to make emergency landing.
Why are you getting so many shitty pilots up there?
Yeah.
No, but I just find the inner Earth thing to be fascinating.
Okay, so I haven't heard this.
No. Inner Earth is kind of.
I mean, I know the Hollow
Fascinating.
Earth.
Because I gotta say,
theory.
flat Earth, it didn't get my dick that hard.
Right.
It was fun to pretend to be a flat earther. I did it on a podcast for an hour. People were outraged, and I liked that. You know me.
There was like NASA was like, there might be, well, NASA didn't say this, but people derived from it that there might be a parallel universe in Antarctica. And I was like, that's what it is.
I have a homie who legit is a flat earther, and people fucking they get so pissed off arguing with him.
I don't get being pissed off at
No,
this.
they'll get
I don't
mad
get it.
because they'll bring up shit, and he's like, and he does it so calm, and he'll bring up these points to the point where people get so frustrated.
It's like they're lizard people.
You know, I'm so open to hearing like anybody's opinion on it, even if they're vastly different than what I believe. I don't get when people get pissed
mad.
off about it. It's like, if you think that person's stupid, just let them be stupid. Who
Yes,
cares?
it's
Why are
fun.
you getting
Yeah.
mad at them
Yeah,
for being
facts.
stupid?
And how many
if you think
times
they're stupid?
dude, I used to take the subway every day to work, and I talked to some fucking crazy
It's
people.
just fascinating. I just want to I love learning how people view things and how they.
Well,
view
tell me
the
about
world.
Middle Earth.
Yeah, tell us about Middle
Okay,
Earth.
so
Because I've heard this before, and
Middle Earth
I
is
think
a
it's
different
interesting.
thing. But
I've not-
inner Earth.
Okay.
Middle Earth is some Lord of the Rings shit. I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
But inner Earth,
Don't let you hear you say that.
Ooh.
I don't like Lord of the Rings. Okay, that's just me. But I heard the book's great, but I never got in the movies that much. Okay, so inner Earth.
Yeah.
It's really, the idea is that at the top and bottom of the poles, there's openings, huge openings
Okay.
that
they could be hiding
sunlight gets into or something. For some reason, light gets in there, okay? And basically, the closer we get to the middle of the Earth, the more it opens up. And it gets hotter as you go down there, as everybody knows, like, because there's supposed to be like Earth's mantle and then Earth's core.
Yeah.
And the idea is that the reason why it gets hotter is actually because
sunlight.
there's an inner kind of there's some kind of inner sun
Ecosystem?
almost, and there's an inner ecosystem, and there's an inner ocean, which we actually discovered there is an inner ocean.
What?
Well, yeah, they actually scientifically found that like in a certain part of the Earth, they found deep, like 400 miles under the ground, in this one area, there was an ocean. Doesn't mean that it's everywhere, any of that shit.
Right.
They just found it in one spot.
Whoa.
So it's interesting, right? So now,
What constitutes an ocean?
well, a body of water, big body of water is what they found, right? Okay, so that's what fascinates people, is that there's a lot of these teases about what this shit is.
Reminds me of Minecraft.
Yeah,
Where there's like inner oceans.
I've never played.
But the idea is that inside the
Not a
Earth,
true nerd.
and if you've been paying attention to recent UFOlogy, which I have, I'm actually super into
They
that.
recently disclosed.
I'm actually a big, okay, so truthfully, no trolling here.
Bob Lazar.
I'm into Bob Lazar.
Same.
I'm into, and Bob Lazar was a physicist.
You watch Bob Lazar?
No.
Oh, you
Bob
need to.
Lazar was like a whistleblower who basically is the reason why we all know what Area 51 is.
He was assigned to
Area S4.
wait, hold on.
Oh,
He
yeah, go
was
ahead.
assigned to reverse engineer a UFO that they already had access to.
Yes.
The government. And he was in charge of reverse engineering. Yeah. So then, but he made the mistake of like bringing his friends to go watch when they were doing UFO testing, like in the sky. So like you would see the UFOs flying around.
And they filmed it all with cameras.
Yeah.
So you can see this UFO at certain times, at exact times, a UFO is in the sky, just chilling
and
there.
he
There's no plane lights on it. There's nothing. It's just chilling up there, right? Still.
And he got to ride in it once and to see how it worked.
He got to get inside it. It wasn't operating.
Okay, but there was like a wall and it was like invisible, but it had writing on it. But anyway, the way that this runs with a certain element that we don't have on Earth.
Oh.
And that's
element 115.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's a super heavy element that we recently discovered. And by the way,
anyway, he got caught showing these people the UFO testing. And so when he got caught is when he started getting followed all kinds and he thought his life was in danger.
Shit.
So he came out with all this information to tell the
protect
public protect
Just in
protect
case.
Yeah, because like if I get killed, then you'll know it's real.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would I get killed? And his wife, he like lost his marriage because his wife thought he was cheating. She was cheating. He was cheating on her.
there's a bunch of shit.
It's crazy.
Point
Yeah.
being, I'm into Bob Lazar.
He explains it too. Like he explains exactly how intergalactic space travel works.
Wow.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you've been paying attention to recent ufology, then you know that recently Joe Rogan had on. He's a super fucking experienced pilot for the Navy, right? And he ran all kinds of missions. He's super decorated and all this stuff. He came out and said, hey, we tracked a UFO, which is what recent UFO Pentagon footage got released by the Defense Department, and you can see the Tic Tac UFO being tracked, and you hear the UFO getting tracked, and then a bunch of guys who are like, "Whoa!" because they actually got it on the tracker and they're following it, and it's going crazy speeds, right?
Okay.
So the same guy, he's talked about how he's in, and he's the first out guy in the Navy that has come out of all this shit. And so a bunch of people come to him and they've reported UFOs coming up from the ocean.
What?
And, big fucking UFOs too. Like all of a sudden they'll be flying and they see this big, dark, like
unidentified floating object.
Exactly. An unidentified floating object. And it's coming up and then all of a sudden it'll push back down.
That's not ready yet.
It's definitely not right. So it'll push back down, right? Because it knows that people are there. And so inner Earth theory is that there are flying objects inside the Earth.
Oh, in the
piloted
inside.
by these advanced species of whoever the fuck, reptilians, all kinds of shit, fucking blue skin people, all kinds of stuff, right? And so the one kind of connects to the other in a weird way that's kind of fun, I think, for me, where I'm into ufology. I think a lot of that's pretty legit. Obviously, because there's now governments all over the world have confirmed sightings.
Yes.
So now, if you connect the dots to the inner Earth shit, where they're saying that.
I also feel like, okay, so I don't know about the inner Earth. I think there is maybe underwater.
Well, I just got introduced to it today.
And like anyone that doesn't believe in UFOs, like it's all out there. And if you're like, oh, that just means unidentified flying objects, like nobody knows how those.
Canadian government, British government, Australian government, U.S. government.
No government knows how these objects are flying.
It's unidentified.
I 100% believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Like, why would we be the only planet
Look
with life
at the
on
sky,
it?
bro.
Out of
100%.
all
At
of
night.
the shit out there in the whole universe.
You know what's crazy is so I went to a Christian school, right?
Yeah.
From K through 8th grade, and I did a report in 8th grade about how some people believe that the Bible actually suggests that aliens exist.
In Ancient Aliens, they have like
here's what it is there are certain Bible verses that reference angels getting cast out of heaven, so they're stuck in between. So that's why they're just kind of around, and so it's like, so some people believe that is like confirming that there are these beings out there.
Well, also there's like this theory of an alien race that looks like majestic, tall, blonde, like glowing.
Tilda Swinton.
Sure, I guess, yeah,
They look
but
like
more glowing.
Oh, more glowing.
Yeah, more glowing.
Okay.
And
She looks like a fucking alien.
and like it looks like the angels in the picture.
Well, here's the thing too, right? Is because like the Bible says that man got created in God's form or whatever, right?
Sure.
That doesn't mean that like the fucking aliens or the angels got created to look like God.
Yeah.
Right? So there could be the fucking like beings around that we don't know.
Yeah, I always get confused when religious people try to be like, how dare you?
Right.
Because like I grew up Catholic and I don't feel like there's any conflict where like if just because God made man doesn't mean he didn't make any other
Look, I'm with you, but
aliens.
Jesus turning water into wine sucks compared to these
behavior.
Tic Tac things fucking flying. You know what I mean? At incredible speeds and moving at different angles. Like you're telling me making water into wine is sick?
But he also walked on water. Do you think he was walking to the maybe possible UFOs down there?
No, I think he walked on like a shallow pond. I don't think he walked on water. I straight up don't buy it.
Whoa,
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
I don't know.
Blasphemous.
Yeah,
Never bought it.
blasphemous.
Never bought the Jesus walked on water thing.
Listen, I was with
I've
you
seen
until
too many
this
people look
point.
like they walk
I
on
was
water.
with you until you said Jesus walked on a
David
pond.
Blaine walked on like Oprah's pool.
David Blaine had street magic with a video camera crew.
That wasn't David Blaine. That was Chris
Angel.
I'm so sorry.
Does anybody want half of this?
It's not ready.
It is ready.
No, it's not.
I like my bananas a little bit not
Me
ready.
too, but that's way too not ready.
Really?
Yeah.
I like 'em ready.
They need at least like a brown stripe, like this stripe is almost there.
No.
But it's not quite there.
I will say I would fuck that banana though. So keep it right there. Thank you.
So I sat next to this old man on this plane one time, and we started talking about is he fucking like talk to spirits and like a whole bunch of shit, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, and he also said he had run into aliens many times.
Okay.
And he's like, every time I talk about this to people, they say, I never see UFOs. And he was like, well, how often are you looking up? And I was like, whoa, bro.
Whoa.
Facts.
Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep.
And he's like, because they're always around. He's like, he was telling me they're always up there. Just people aren't paying attention.
So I straight up, because if you pay attention to anything on the ISS, I'm obsessed with the ISS, the International Space Station.
Okay.
There's footage of UFOs or something, right, coming across the camera, and then the camera cuts every time. Like every time. Like you can watch footage of like object pulls up, camera cuts. Like there's something going on.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously the government's now finally fucking disclosing a lot of this shit, but
Yeah.
it's been going on for a long time.
Oh, did you hear about when they had nuclear bomb testing and each one was a dud? Like there was a light that came over each individual bomb, and then they were all duds.
The missile, or about the missile silos.
Yeah.
And okay, so you remember the Phoenix Lights incident in '96 over Arizona, where there's like a bunch of, it was like a V-shaped like bunch of UFOs, but the people who live there are like, no, it wasn't like a bunch of UFOs. It was one big UFO,
one big thing.
V-shaped, and when you looked up, the sky was black because you couldn't see
covered
through
the
it.
whole sky.
You couldn't see the stars.
it
it
was
was
so
like
big.
a big fucking craft.
Holy shit.
And thousands of people saw that shit. Like they all are like, yo, we're all eyewitnesses.
They're all being gaslit.
Yeah, and they all get gaslit, and they all get called. Hey, did you see a bunch of little green men last night? You know, on Carol. Like, and they do that on the local news. And they do
Right.
it all the time. And that's what I think flat Earth is. I think flat Earth is probably a psyop where it makes people feel like it's something silly that you bring up to discount the real shit, which is I think that aliens or UFOs go into our waters, go into our oceans, whatever inner Earth theory really is.
Yeah.
I think that they use our oceans because it's it's like 70% of the Earth. It's the most uncharted
It's
place.
very
Right.
unexplored.
So yeah, right. So why wouldn't you hang out down there?
There was also like that fucking there was like a cave or some shit that hadn't been broken open in like, I don't know, like millions of years, that they just opened up and started exploring, and they were finding all these little creatures, and they didn't even understand how these creatures would be able to survive down there. And like they were like, oh, for the first time in I don't know how many years, this like underwater cave has been explored, and they were finding all these creatures they'd never seen before.
Whoa.
And that happened with Challenger Deep too. If you remember, James Cameron took a submarine to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and he went to the deepest part of the ocean, and in a submarine that he fucking designed. Guys, a fucking
For
genius.
Titanic.
No. But well, he got into it. He flirted with this stuff from Titanic, but then he got obsessed with it, and then so he did Challenger Deep. I think in like the mid 2000s or late 2000s, like 2010ish.
Okay.
And he went to the bottom of the floor, and they found life on the bottom of the ocean floor. Even.
Yeah.
So like the idea that, you know, like what we're talking about, like the deeper you go, you can still find life, and even like unbelievable amounts of life. Like they adapt and they survive.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like unlocking a new level of a game. like where there's like new
new villains
characters. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you got not Goombas with spikes on their heads now. And like he just unlocked this new level.
But look at how silly all this stuff was for years until recently. Like
Right.
I mean, you're talking about there's incidents that have been reported as like in the 60s where there was a couple, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they were driving and they basically got abducted. And they had a story about how they got probed and all this stuff. And people would go, haha, you got probed, that's funny. But they were put under by a therapist. And this woman, her name is Betty, God damn it, Betty something. She was able to draw a star map accurate, like an astronomically accurate star map that included the Zeta Reticuli star system,
Have you seen
which is what
K-Pax?
Bob Lazar talked about.
In K-Pax, that shit happens too.
Exactly.
R.I.P. to Kevin Spacey's career, but
R.I.P. to
yeah,
Always.
R.I.P. to Kevin Spacey's
Always.
career, yeah.
Well, shit. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching another episode
you
of the
for
No
watching.
Chaser podcast.
No Chaser podcast.
Next time we'll do a full hour.
This is what happens when
I'm down, I'm
tequila
down.
in our bodies.
Make sure y'all listen
you all
to
the
Steve
shit.
Green and Nikki Limo's podcast.
Yeah,
I'll
shit,
tell
I'll tell
you,
you.
available
And also
anywhere.
Big Mood with Tim.
Yep.
He was
Yes.
just on it.
And Steve Heads.
Steve Heads.
Steve
All
Heads.
Steve Heads, please report in, dude. It's coming soon.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. As always, we'll get Nikki and Rick back here sometime. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Tim Chantarangsu. I'm Ricky Shex. And I'm Nikki Blades. Bye.
The earth is not flat. It is
Your
hollow.
co-host
It is
name's
in fact
Ryan.